Okay, you don't see this every day. The absolute king of storytelling is teaming up with the leader in generative AI. We're talking about Disney and OpenAI. And yeah, that's exactly what's happened. So today, we're going to break down this landmark partnership, a deal that might just change the future of entertainment as we know it. And this quote from Disney CEO Bob Iger really sets the stage perfectly. He's basically saying that technology has always been a part of how they tell stories. So this isn't just about grabbing some new tech, it's about continuing a long legacy of innovation. It frames this whole partnership as the next logical step. Fusing that classic Disney magic with the incredible power of AI. All right, so let's get right into it. What exactly happened? Well, on December 11th, 2025, Disney and OpenAI made it official. They've kicked off a massive, multi-year partnership. So let's dig into what this whole deal is really about. Okay, so to really wrap our heads around the sheer scale of this partnership, we've got to look beyond the headlines and dive into the nitty-gritty. Let's break down the key numbers and the different parts of this agreement. First up, let's talk about the money. We're looking at a $1 billion equity investment from Disney into OpenAI. And look, this is really important. It's not just some licensing fee. This is Disney buying a major stake, which tells you they are betting big on a future driven by AI. Next up, the creative stuff. Disney is licensing 200 of its most iconic characters. We're talking characters from classic Disney animation, from Pixar, from Marvel, and even Star Wars. They're all being licensed for use in OpenAI's video model Sora. But, and this is a really critical detail, the deal specifically says no voices. That's a huge point to remember. And this isn't forever. Well, not yet anyway. It's an initial 3-year agreement. This basically gives both of them a set time frame to play around, to experiment, and see what works with this powerful new combo before they decide to go all in. You can kind of think of it as a massive 3-year pilot program. So, if you really want to understand this deal, you have to see that it's built on 3 main pillars. First, you've got the licensing, right? Getting all those amazing characters into OpenAI's Sora. Then there's the investment we just talked about, that $1 billion making Disney a major stakeholder. And finally, and this is super interesting, is API usage. This means Disney isn't just an investor. They're also going to be a huge customer. They'll be using OpenAI's tech to build new stuff for Disney Plus, and even to streamline their own internal work. It's a deep partnership, not just a simple handshake deal. Okay, so we've covered the what of the deal. Now let's get into the why. Why did Disney and OpenAI do this? What's in it for each of them? Let's take a look at their game plan. For Disney, this is really all about evolution. You can see it in Bob Iger's words here. He talks about using AI thoughtfully and responsibly to do what Disney has always done best: tell incredible stories. For them, it's about finding new ways to create richer, more personal connections with all of us, the fans, by using the best tech out there. And for OpenAI, well, this is a massive win. It's all about legitimacy. When you partner with who their CEO Sam Altman calls the gold standard for storytelling, you're getting a huge seal of approval. This isn't just about getting access to cool characters for them. It's about creating a roadmap, a blueprint for how AI and creative companies can actually work together in a way that's productive and hopefully ethical. So when you lay it all out like this, side by side, you can see it's kind of a perfect match, right? It's a symbiotic relationship. Disney wants to use these amazing new tools to keep telling great stories and connect more deeply with its fans. Meanwhile, OpenAI wants to show the world that its technology can boost creativity, not replace it, by working with the absolute best in the business. It's a win-win. Each company gets exactly what it's looking for. All right, we've talked business strategy, we've talked about the big picture, but let's bring it back down to earth. What does all this actually mean for what we're going to see on our screens? How does this affect the creators? And maybe most importantly, what does it mean for us, the audience? And yeah, this is the question on everyone's mind, isn't it? Beyond all the corporate talk and press releases, what are we actually going to see on Disney Plus? What's going to be new? So the announcement actually points to 2 main things. First, we're going to get to watch curated videos made by Sora, using those 200 licensed characters. But then there's the second part, which to me sounds even more exciting. Disney and OpenAI are going to work together to create brand new tools and experiences for subscribers, all powered by these AI models. We don't know exactly what that means yet, but you can imagine things like interactive stories or maybe even personalized content. And believe me, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky idea for 10 years from now. This is happening, and it's happening fast. So let's start to wrap this up by looking at the timeline and thinking about what this means for, well, the entire world of entertainment.
And yeah, when I say fast, I mean it. The timeline here is super aggressive. The deal was just announced in December of 2025, and they're saying we should expect to see the first batch of AI-powered content and experiences hitting Disney Plus in early 2026. I mean, that is an incredibly quick turnaround. It really shows you just how serious they are about getting this out the door.
At the end of the day, you have to realize this story is so much bigger than just Disney and OpenAI. This deal is setting a huge precedent. It's basically writing the playbook for how giant media companies could license their most beloved characters and stories in this new age of AI. It's a massive signal to Hollywood and Silicon Valley that the era of AI and entertainment isn't coming, it's already here. And so all of this leaves us with one final and pretty profound question to think about. Is this the beginning of a brand new, brilliant era for creators, one that unlocks possibilities we can't even dream of yet? Or are we stepping into a completely unknown creative world, one filled with challenges and consequences we just can't predict? I guess we'll have to wait and see.